Good morning, wonderful people. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? It is a glorious day. My walk was a little bit chilly this morning. I got about a mile in, but it was I had to wear a jacket. Sorry, making sure we don't have too many problems this morning. So far, so good. It is definitely loud in the headphone, so I am coming through on that. Coming through on the Kindle, as you can see. Coming through on the laptop a little bit earlier. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bachelor Cooking Sunday. Kind of like a Bachelor Cooking weekend this weekend. So, hope all of you made it through Saturday and Friday night unharmed if you're out there, raising a little bit of hell, doing that kind of thing. Or if you're working around the house getting things ready for winter, it is that time of year. I just got my tag renewals. So my birthday's in October, so the state is already looking for money to get my tags. I got to get my license next year, but it always tells me fall is upon us. So I hope you're preparing. I hope you've enjoyed your summer. There's a little bit of few more days left. Take a vacation day, take a holiday, take a one of those. I'm sick and I can't see my way into work. And if you can do it, and take that significant other, that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful better half. I was going to say something else. That beautiful better half. Grab some flowers and a picnic basket, be it something from Panera or something from somewhere, a pizza, whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat. And find a park, find some place. You don't have to get out of your car. When I was younger, I dated a few young ladies. I was very romantic. We had picnics I had a station wagon and we had picnics in the station wagon, kind of hung out, kind of in between work and stuff, and it worked out quite well. So if there's a will, there's a way. So you can sit in the back seat, share a pizza, share a pie, share a good time, a few laughs, a good cup of coffee, and enjoy each other's company with the windows rolled down and the cool breeze of the last of summer floating in on you. Very important. Enjoy every minute of it because I always say this is how long your life is on this planet. It is very short. I was a career bound idiot in my 20s and I worked until I freaking threw up, fell over, fell out, went crazy. I worked and I worked and I worked. I lost a lot of good people, a lot of good friends, a lot of good relationships. I lost, my stepkids, my daughter, everything. So I lost a lot, and I did it all for my career. I was making buku money. I was getting in lined up for when I was owning my own company and stuff, doing what I had to do and stuff like that. I just never found a significant other and pull all the extra weight and do her share, which was 10 times more than most people on their half. So I was headed down the road to get ahead. That was my goal. In the meantime, I partied and carried on and acted a fool because I self-destructive. So don't be there. Find peace and happiness within yourself. That is something true. You don't have to have a significant other, a beautiful better half, hanging out with you at the park. Watching the dogs run through the dog park, the animal park at the animal shelter. That's got a little park, and you just go there with yourself, your own single serve pizza and you drink in your fashion and enjoy life. Enjoy it. because it goes by so fast. I'm 50. I'll be 51 here in a couple months, and it has gone by incredibly, incredibly fast. I have war stories beyond war stories that none of you want to believe, and all that kind of stuff. And the people, the doctors that I tell it to, that can look up the records, can't believe the war stories I tell them. I had to prove it over and over again, that I went through those kinds of hells. So hopefully you ain't got to go through that. Hopefully you find an easier way through life. I was always one to find the difficult way, and that was my own doing. So I hope you find that peace, that time. It doesn't have to be at lunchtime during work. Could be on a Sunday like today. There's pizza shops open and stuff like that. Go get you a pie. Go sit in the car, relax, enjoy the weather. And it's been raining like cats and dogs, but it's supposed to drain or dry drain. I hope it drains. My yard needs to drain. Hope it dry up over the next 5 or 6, 7 days, and that'd be nice. So those are all things to look forward to. You make a better life for yourself. You have the choice. It's the little things, the little details, the little enjoyments. It's not the big, I'm buying a new $5,000 high def TV with Win Vegas speakers and Sony receivers and tape decks and everything else to fill that spot. It just takes a little bit. It just takes maybe watering your plants to get enjoyment out of that and watching them grow. Find enjoyment in the little things in life, and that is a key to happiness. That is one of the master keys. So I hope you do what you got to do. I hope you find it. So today we got to catch up from yesterday. So my mom stopped by and my dad stopped by, and they're on the hurry. They had a pickup order they wanted to pick up from the grocery store. So we talked for a minute or two and that kind of thing. And I gave my mom that card that I showed on stream yesterday, and she loved it. She almost started crying. It reminded me of some of the things she had when she was younger. It's not $1 million card, but it was very thoughtful, very nice. What I wrote into it hit home with her, so I really told her I'd be there for her, and that really tickled her. And so it made mom and dad. When mom's happy, guys, dad's happy. You got to remember that. So, basically, that's one of the keys of that part of your life. So, if your wife's happy, your significant other's happy, your beautiful better half, and then you're going to be happy because they're not bitching and throwing shit at you. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and it was not fun. So, basically, I got the card for her. She's very happy. We talked. I showed her some of the stuff I've been doing. Gave him keys to the house since I changed all the locks out. And in the front and the back door, it's all keyed out. Very happy. And they gave me some paperwork I was surprised to see. And there we went. We talked for this or that about, us stuff. So it was very nice. So before then, I was in a bit of a hurry. The phone rang, of course, when I was taking out the baby back ribs out of the oven and getting ready to broil those and get those taken care of. So I'll go back over the broiling part. So you take them out, I let them cool off a little bit, and I talked to mom and dad. I came back in, and I took them and I held them, to the sheet pan and held the aluminum foil and held the ribs back because they're cool by then, and drained them off in the sink and washed it all down. And then I got my bottle of barbecue sauce and layered it up a nice thick layer on the top of that ribs, and I turned on the broiler and I let it ramp up a little bit. about 3 or 4 minutes. And when it was ready, I opened up and I peeled back all that aluminum foil. I left it in the aluminum foil, ribs exposed, open with the barbecue sauce all over them. And I pitched them in the oven. And everybody's a little different. Mine gets locked into 500 degrees on my broil, and I don't think I can change it. So when I put mine in there, I knew it was going to be hot. I waited till it to caramelize a little bit, the barbecue sauce to dry up and start caramelizing a bit, but not burn. And things burned around the edges on the aluminum foil as they always do. But it just kind of let it caramelize up a little bit, get a little bit thicker, get a little sticky, and get them out of there. You don't want them to burn. So it was about 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes thereof. You got to keep an eye on it. It was smoking a little bit. I was getting some smoke. So I knew I was like, I'm right on the edge of getting in trouble here. So I had to keep very good eye on it. I turned on the oven light, watch it, make sure, the barbecue sauce is boiling and stuff like that. And make sure it just didn't turn into a cinder. So that's your best judgment. Everybody's different. Everybody's oven's different. You want it to caramelize a little bit. It'll smoke just a hair, but when it starts smoking, get ready to pull it out. You don't want to burn it because then all that work you did waiting all them hours for the ribs to get done will be kaput. It'd be over. So just do it. Then I took them out and I cut me off a little chunk of that. 4 or 5 bones in from the small end. It kind of wedged it up to the big end. Cut me up, about 4 or 5 ribs up into it, and took those down. Sat down in front of Twitch and started gobbling those up, and they were magnificent. I had the bottle of barbecue sauce with me to spray on there some more because I do like that barbecue sauce. It was fine. I didn't need any more. It was perfect. So I ended up taking them out of the aluminum foil, putting them in a plastic tub, and putting them in the fridge. And then I consumed them, and little bit by little bit, the rest of the afternoon, until at dinner time I was all done. Yes, it was a full back of ribs, but it was over I don't know, a 10-hour period that I ate them. So they were very good, and that's all I ate. So they were very good. So that's that. So what are we getting into today, Brain? What are we doing today, Brain? So I ask you, we, my shirt's messing with me today. Are getting into busy day pork chops and honey garlic green beans. Now, I've never made either one of these, so we're going to have to figure it out as we go. And I got a lot of equipment out today to try to figure it out. So let's go through our list. We got to put this. I said we're going to coat that on that. Get that out of here before I knock it over. I might as well. My hands are clean. I've been washing dishes and getting ready. Spread that around. It says use cooking spray, but my experience with cooking spray is it smokes. So I don't mind a couple cholesterol points for something that tastes good. Because I'm going to chew on this for today and tomorrow. So I want it to taste good, all this money I put into it and everything else to make it happen. All right. So what do we got here? So we got that. Don't put nothing on that. Says a quarter cup of fat-free milk. We'll get that in a minute. Quarter cup of seasoned breadcrumbs. I got here Italian style, Kroger's this time, the store brand. I like Progresso. I really do. And I find just barely opening it up. We're going to cook a little bit more than what it says, just because that's what's in a pack of chops. All right. Quarter cup of grated Parmesan cheese. That thing. I'm a little twitchy today too. I've been twitchy all night. Like something omniscient is going to happen. Get in a fight with a crackhead neighbor or something. I don't know. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing today? I haven't seen what you wrote. We are cooking busy day pork chops and honey, garlic, green beans. And I got the green beans fresh from the Amish market. And I snapped them last night. Snapped the ends of them off. And they're ready in the fridge. We're going to boil them, hence the big pot. I'm going to throw that away. It looks a little crusty. Quarter teaspoon of salt. Quarter teaspoon of pepper. Quarter teaspoon of, garlic powder. I got the oven started to 375. Did that earlier to heat up the kitchen a little bit without turning on the heat. It says preheat oven to 375. Place milk in shallow bowl. In another bowl, toss breadcrumbs with cheese and seasonings. Dip pork chops in milk, then coat with breadcrumb mixture. Place in baking sheet coated with cooking spray. Lightly spritz chops with cooking spray. Bake 8 to 10 minutes on each side or until the thermometer reads 145. Let steam 5 minutes. All right. I didn't use non-fat milk. I used 2%. It should work out fine. All right. Clean up on dishes here. All right. We're going to need those here in a minute. All right. Green beans, baby. Need to change the house filter again. Jackson City water is filthy. There's always somebody out running around repairing some line that broke loose that got overpressurized and popped. So they're digging holes in the middle of people's yards and fields. And we had one right outside the house here where all the lines come together for the trailer park. On this side of the street is they're right outside my front corner house. And it broke loose. My water bill went up. That shouldn't have happened, but that's how they did me. That's just boiling water. All right. We got some salsas to make. All right. Oh, without any further ado, that stuff smokes like a banshee. I have been a bachelor and I have stuck it in the oven and I have regretted it until I cleared the house out of smoke. Pollen's high. All right. Nothing else on that, so nobody texted me that I needed to worry about. All right. Now it says here, put these in 8 to 10 minutes on each side. The thermometer reads 145. All right, what do we got going on here? We need 4 tablespoons of honey. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just, it's been kind of an odd morning all morning, so I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking, though. I'm doing all right. And then I was doing my little walk this morning, and I heard a car go by earlier this morning. And I'm sitting on the couch, get the window down in the front door, and I hear put, 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 put. I was like, "Are you sitting out in front of my house?" And I didn't get up. And then I went on my walk at about 6 o'clock, and I wandered down the street here, and there was this mixed couple with a little baby, and they were having a hard time this morning. She got off work. I don't know if he works or not, and she was not happy. She was going through her phone, sitting in the car when I walked by on her. And when I walked back by, they were screaming and hollering inside their house. So that kind of sets me on edge. When anybody screams and hollers and fights and makes a ruckus like that, my adrenaline gets up. It's being married to my ex-wife. She really did a number on my brain. Women that you love entirely too much do that to you. Well, one. And this girl I keep running into on my walks in the morning, that kind of thing. So I think her her boyfriend or her husband's a little jealousy kind of thing, and I keep running into her. And I've changed my times for when I go on my walks, just not to cause an incident. And I go outside to stand on the porch, and she's over in the cemetery doing her miles, walking on by. I'm like, man, it'll be what it'll be, I guess. And I've tried to make a difference. I can't tell you how many times in my 20s that some boyfriend or husband has wanted to kill me in a club for flirting with his girl that I didn't know was his girl. I was drunk. And the bartender, she always saved me, or the bouncer saved me from getting my face beat into the ground into a bloody pulp. So I'm cautious in my older age. My misspent youth come back and haunt me. So I try to be considerate of people and situations and people of situations. Being self-aware, you kind of pay attention to what your surroundings are and what's going on and the attitude and the comments of people, and you kind of, if you do it as a self-defense mechanism instead of self-aware, you're kind of tuned up on when problems are going to happen before they happen. Hyper vigilant. So I had that weird stuff going on. It's just coincidence. But as I always say, nothing's coincidence. Quarter teaspoon. We want it spicy. All right, that should do it. Let those kind of rejuvenate. Dancing with their girls too. Girls start dancing with me. I dance with the girls, and they like my dancing techniques, and I was, I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy as can be. It was 30, or the hell, that was 20, 30, yeah, 20, 25 years ago. They're out 23 years ago. I had a pocket full of money and I was invincible when I was younger. Do you think you have diabetes? It's a pretty heavy. I have diabetes too. It's type 2. They're going to want to check your A1C. You want to get a glucose meter and stuff like that. They'll check your blood sugar while you're there. My doctors, I tell you what my doctors say, that you want to keep them between 100 and 130 if they end up diagnosing you. They'll give you pills to start with, unless it's really bad. And your A1C will tell them the last 3 or 4 month history of your glucose, your blood sugar. So have them do an A1C blood test, and then also they can do a diabetes. But make sure they do. They're going to want to just prick your finger, take your blood, and do a sugar blood glucose reading. Tell them you want your A1C. You want your 4 month blood sugar reading. It's a little bit more expensive and stuff like that. And but that's what you want. That'll give you a telltale for sure what's going on, in your blood system, your body. And I read an article just the other day saying a lot of people get misdiagnosed because they just get that prick of the finger while you're sitting there, and it said, "Oh, you're diabetic," and go out with a diagnosis that isn't anything to do with what you got going on. So what you want to do is get the A1C blood test. It's a 4 month glucose thing, and take it from there. It'll take a little bit of time to get it back to you, but it's definitely what you want to do. And then if you're not on the needle, which I haven't seen yet, I don't know. Then they'll put you on metformin is what they'll do, and they'll put you. I'm on 4 500 milligram tablets, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, and it's pretty strong. You got to make sure you eat something with them, but it will grab that glucose, that blood sugar, and drag it down. And then after that, it's all about diet. This is a diabetic diet I'm showing you here, except for the green beans. And you got to change your diet. You got to cut out all that sugar. You got to go to a majority of protein meals, chicken and fish. It's got to be like 80% of your what you eat per meal. You got to have plenty of vegetables. Good fresh vegetables work the best. And cut out no more pop, no pop, no carbonated anything, no tea, no none of that stuff. Water. And some one of the mods here gave me a good advice. Arizona ginseng uh, green tea. I can drink it, and I get used to it, and it's pretty good. No more Coke. I love Coke too. I tell you what, Bud, I love Coke. It's my favorite. No more Coke. No more sugary drinks. No more potato chips. No more cookies. If you wanna live through it, you got to really change the whole changing your diet is the biggest thing that you have to do. Like vitamin D milk's got to go away. You got to get 2% milk. I mean, all these kind of things. A lot of reading. There's a lot of stuff on the internet I've read, and I've had some good mods point me in the direction here on the channel. But the sooner you start cutting back all the sugar you intake to begin with, the better off you're going to be. You're going to be grouchy and stuff like that. Now I drink my coffee every day. It's my sinful thing. I have coffee, and it does the milk makes the my and the little bit of sugar I put in it makes my glucose go up, my blood sugar. But I do exercising. I do my walks that I always talk about. You got to get a couple miles in a day. You're young. You're a young whippersnapper. I get a mile and a half in a day. But it's something you can manage. It's horrible to have. I mean, it changes your whole life. I mean, it's no fun. It is no fun whatsoever. 26 is young guy. Maybe if you just cut back all the sugar and stuff you had to begin with to help, just that's all you need to do. Get you on a one or two tablets of metformin. I don't know what they got over in Malaysia, but they should. It's pretty common. It's a pretty cheap drug. But just watch how much sugar you eat. That's the biggest thing is just cut out all the sugar. I feel for you. I'm sorry you're going to go through that. It's a big shock to me. Then you got to worry about your eyes. You could start with the diabetes if you don't take care of it. You let it. You say, "Oh, I don't care today. I'm going to drink 5 Cokes and I'm going to have donuts and I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. I don't care." Well, your blood sugar's going to get up high and it's going to start damaging your organs. It's going to damage your eyes and stuff like that. And so the more you ignore it, the worse the secondary effects are going to be. So if you get a hold of it young, you're going to be a lot better off than the old dog that I am. The old dog. That's close to my finger. I hope, Z. My son, my friend, don't panic about it, but make sure you do something about it right away. I don't have a pound and a quarter here. Now, how long did they say? Being a country boy, I don't know how long they say to cook those. 2 to 3 minutes till crispy tender. So we're going to do 4 minutes. I'll clean up my mess a little bit here. I got stuff everywhere. Good thing it's mop the floor day. Garlic should have been cut up smaller. That's right. Eight to 10 minutes. Hmm. Needs to cook for longer. That smells wonderful, bubbling off there. That honey, that soy sauce. That's really good. I stepped on the camera cord.
just like grabbing hold of that one. All right, fix that problem. Thought Twitch was after me again. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I stepped on the camera cord. It was my fault entirely. My fault. Let's see if we not melt the pipes. Get this out of here. Get that on the stove. Let those soak up the sun, cool off, and soak up that juice. Look at that grease on there. Catch up on a few dishes. So how's everybody else doing out there? How's everybody? Huh? Life treating you all right? Ready to go back to work on Monday? No, don't make us go back to work. Hell no. Now let's see what all I got going on this week. I got, well, the big thing Thursday morning, no stream Thursday morning. There will be game night with family and friends at 8 p.m. on Thursday night, Eastern Standard Time. It'll be a game night. But I'm going to go meet my sister and my brother-in-law, Mr. James. We're going to have lunch at the big old White Castle. I'm going to watch how many I have so I don't get in trouble with my diabetes. Meet them. She has Christmas presents for me. I have just some paperwork and stuff I've collected. Some pills that were good for sleeping but aren't good for me. Some magnesium and zinc. I heard that was good for sleeping. I found out magnesium once I read about it causes my lithium not to get out of my system. My body can't remove lithium without if I get too much magnesium. So I had to shut that down. I don't want lithium poisoning. I had that once before and spent 3 days in the hospital a couple of years ago. Almost killed me. Almost killed me. So gonna give those to her. She ain't got that problem. So help her out. Some zinc, good health, and that kind of thing. Got that going on Thursday. Gonna give my sister some flowers. I've checked the budget. It is doable as long as it ain't 25 bucks. And get my sister some flowers, 15, 16 bucks. And go take those to her. That'll surprise her. Surprise. Then I can ask her, what about Thanksgiving? You having Thanksgiving this year? Will you invite somebody that only can eat diabetic food? I think turkey's fine. Can't have no stuffing. Move that at last minute. Three minutes, guys. Pretty well caught up. Those aren't too bad. More fresher pepper flakes, uh, a lot fresher pepper flakes, and mince up the garlic. Smell like they're done. Said 145, we're going for like 160. How about 200, baby? We're going for 200. We want these things done. No little parasite bugs in my belly today. 200, 200, 200. Hopefully you can see that. 200. We're in there. All right. So I got that Get Therapy on Wednesday this week. Always fabulous, wonderful therapy. And other than that, got to work on the house, relax a little bit. Forgot about that burner. All right. I think we're good there. Get a camera shot. Gemini, I'm starting to hate that program. $10,000-acre fire spreads in Nevada. Celebrity Kardashians cancellation. All right. Garbage. What is that about? All right. Get the camera or pictures for Discord. And as usual, guys, go say a little prayer. If you can't handle it, cover your ears. It'll be over quick. So here we go with the prayer. Thank you, dear Lord, for giving us health, giving us time on this earth to spend with one another. Let us learn how to treasure it. Let us be thankful for it. Let us be forgiving to those that are close to us, our lovers, our friends, our some of our work colleagues, and just make it easier on us. It'd be great. I love you, Jesus Christ. Amen. Kind of messed that one up a little bit, but playing it by ear. All right. Oh, that's pretty good. Get some of that cheese. Crunch. Mmm. Pork chops are very good. Not perfect. The Italian dressing or seasoning was pretty good on it. I don't know what it'd be like without it. And then the Parmesan cheese is just too big. It needed broken up to like a fifth of the size of what it was. So room for improvement. But it's pretty good. I like it. There was a spice. There was a spice. It came up. I was looking for it. I tasted that honey, that soy sauce. I love that combo so much. I made a lot of recipes out of it. And turned back around from there. There's red pepper flakes. It was able to marinate and reconstitute or uh, moisten up that red pepper flakes, that dried pepper flakes, and kind of get those juices flowing. And I just got a good taste of it. The garlic was good. It needed minced up on the green beans and stuff like that, but it was good too. So I had some technical problems, my fault today, technical skills. So I'll work on those things. Well, guys, it's the end of another show. This is a quick one. I hope you have a beautiful day. And remember what I said earlier. And I mean that. Maybe you can whip up something a little quicker than what I did here and throw it in a basket, throw it in a cup, throw it in a bowl, and grab a little bit, grab a little bit of something you like, a little seltzer water or whatever you like, a little pop, some Coca-Cola. I'd love to have a Coca-Cola. I would love to have a Coca-Cola. So, but it's off limits. So, and take it with you. Grab that significant other, that one of your children, your daughter, your son, both of them. Head towards the dog park so you can watch everybody playing with their dogs and sit there and get you a little bite to eat, laugh and carry on, watching the beautiful dogs play around and that kind of thing, and support your local animal shelter. So tell them they're doing a good job, put the word out, give out flyers, tell people about it, help them out. They really do really good work. So, and you'll get to spend time with your family, your friends. Grab your friends, say, "Hey, Mr. Mrs., why don't you come along with me? I got a surprise for you. I got lunch packed here. We're gonna pick up Pizza Hut or Domino's or Little Caesars, whatever floats your boat, and maybe it's something else you like, some breadsticks or chicken wings or KFC was a big one. Maybe it's something else you like. You can pick it up quick and in a hurry. Spend a couple bucks, 25 bucks anymore for something like that, and get in the car, grab some extra napkins, grab that favorite drink of yours, and sit down with somebody you care about and just shoot the shit. Relax, have a good time. It's almost the end of 2026. Like I said, I got my car tags, my birthday or car tags renewal. My birthday's in October. So, I got a bunch of bills headed down the pipeline and tells me that too, but it really tells me summer is winding down. So please take advantage of it. Call in sick, find an extra minute after work. Don't work that overtime on Tuesday and spend it with your friends and your family. I really, really recommend it. It'll do great for your mentals. It'll really raise the levels of your mentals. It'll raise your spirit, your core. And just cheer you the hell up. So, that's what you need. That's what you need to recharge. You need that once a week, twice a week, three times, every single day. Whatever you can get. Guys, I love you. I'll see you Thursday evening. I'm going to go meet up with my sister, give her some flowers, and hang out with her and my brother-in-law, Mr. James, at the White Castles, and shoot the shit with them and have a good time and enjoy the last little bit of summer myself. I love you. Take care of yourselves. And my son, if you're still out there, get your A1C checked. A1C. Don't go for just a prick on the finger and taking blood work and them telling you you're diabetic. Get the 4 month reading on your blood sugar to tell you really what's going on in your body. It's very important. I love you. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see ya.